Teaching hygiene and privacy in daily routine, ma'am.
Correct. Yes, Mangala. So we did the topic and we had all gone in the breakout room and then we created a nice list, right? We did a task analysis. So that was one activity which I think I wanted to give more time, but again, the time was like just running off. But let's see, today's activity also I want to, put you all in a breakout room and try something. I hope there are more few parents joining in. It would be great to have an interactive session, right? Um, but from the previous session, there is one activity still which is pending. Okay, and let's do that because I think that will also be useful for you all to practice with your children. Okay, so the activity is called, let me share the presentation. Okay, so it's called the public and private game. Okay, so these are situations, and for each situation, I want you all to vote and tell me which one will come in public and which one will be for private. Okay, so anybody can mute and answer. So for bathroom, will this be public or private?
Private.
Private. Sharing pad use, will this be public or private?
Sharing pad.
Private, ma'am. Private.
Private, yes.
Oh, sharing pad use. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
what is sharing pad
Private.
you mean?
So sharing means, your own personal items. If it is something that, let's say, our children, they would not like to share it, right? Sometimes they will be, why do I need to like give? Okay, so for such children, definitely it can be private, and we do not want to share our personal items also, right? Um, Whether it is a lipstick or whether it is a cream or anything that we use personally, I don't think we would like to give it,
Yeah.
right? So that becomes private. Changing clothes, private. Yes,
Again, private.
Private.
yes. Hugs,
Public.
hmm,
Public also, no, ma'am.
Both, ma'am. Private and public.
yes. It depends on the situation.
Mm.
Touching genitals,
Private.
Private, ma'am.
private. Talking about periods, sorry, I missed the E.
Um,
It can be public also,
uh,
ma'am.
Sometimes.
Okay,
Sometimes, yeah.
so first thing, it is public and private. Now, why
Mm.
I'm saying public is because when you go to school, when a child goes to school, obviously they have to discuss these topics. Although it is sensitive, I think in nowadays in education system, I think not just nowadays, priorly also they used to teach on periods, but again it was not very open and wide. But now I feel even for the seventh or sixth graders, if I'm not wrong, in the school they do introduce this topic in gist. Um, and later on, as they grow, that's when they, make the topic more complex and give more understanding on each concept. But the reason being, we all know that each child has a different timeline, right, in the puberty phase. So we cannot wait till the child hits the teen and then we will start discussing. So you can start as early as 4. Okay, this is what I said, as early as 4 years of age, and then it goes on. But when we talk to a child, it won't be like how we're talking to the teenager. And when we talk to the teenager, it should not be like a childlike explanation, right? So this is the thing that we have to keep in mind. Also, we know that young children, they love a lot if it is more playful. So you can teach the concepts more playfully, okay, using more visuals or more videos, interactive videos. more of art. And for teenagers, also these things matter, but then they would want something more. So I have given a lot of resources and I've also shared in each of the documents like what could be some of the materials you can use. So I hope that you all have been opening, you know, those documents and reading each because you will find supportive, resources wherever you need. Definitely, if you find it a little confusing and you don't know where exactly to locate, then I'm here. I can show you like in which document I've shared what resource. But first go through it, then only you will have some questions or doubts. Okay. All right. So we already identified which one is public, which one is private, and both, right? Um, Now, moving forward, we need to come up for each of the situation one concrete rule, one non-shaming response, especially for teens or adolescents. And if we have younger children, then one alternative response. Okay, so I'll give an example here. So let's say the bathroom scenario, right? Now, in the bathroom scenario, what would be one concrete rule? So the rule here can be we all know that private body parts like underwear area, chest, bottom area are only touched in the bathroom or bedroom, and hands stay outside underwear at other times. So this becomes one concrete rule that you have to teach your children. Okay. Next, um, one of the most important thing why it works is it works for all ages and cognitive levels. Okay, so when you keep this rule very fixed and it doesn't change, then they know that bathroom means this is what my mama expects, or bedroom means this is what she expects. And this can be further, with the phrase, you can also always use a visual. Okay, now what can be a non-shaming response here for teens? Let's say the scenario here is the teen touches private parts in public. Okay. Now the response that we can give here is, I see that your hands are on your private area. That is something we do in private spaces like the bathroom or bedroom. Let's move there. So you're not shaming the child, right? You're just acknowledging whatever they're doing, but you're showing them or directing them that this kind of a behavior is only accepted in the bathroom or bedroom. Okay, what can be an alternative response if the child is young? So the scenario is young child also touches themselves outside the private spaces. Okay, so the response can be hands stay outside underwear. If you want to touch, we go to the bathroom or your bedroom. Okay, so it's the same line, but I've kept it a little shorter for the younger children and a little bit bigger phrase for the teens. Also depends on the cognitive level of the child. That's how you're going to phrase it. Now, if the child understands only 3 words, then it has to be spoken only in 3 words. Okay, now let's see the second scenario here. Sharing pad use. What can be a concrete rule here?
By wrapping the pad and can be shared.
No, Mangala. Yes, Lavanya, tell me.
Like no pad sharing at all. No sharing pads.
Yes, this is a very short phrase, okay, which just says no sharing pads, which is fine. I think if your child understands that, you can keep it short. Okay. Otherwise, uh, if it's a teenager and understands a little bit better, then the concrete rule can sound more like um, pads and period supplies are personal items. Okay, so you have to use the word personal items because then they'll be like, why should I not share? If if I can share my toys, then I can share my pad also. Now, there is another scenario also. There are children who don't like sharing toys or anything. Okay, that's a different scenario only. But I'm saying it for those children who actually just give, they're fine to share. In that way, you have to say it's your personal item. Then you can also say you do not share them with anyone. Only you use your pad and only you touch your pad. Okay. Now, when it comes to non-shaming response for teenagers, the scenario here is the teen girl offers a pad to a friend or uses someone else's pad. What will be your response? You have to connect it to the concrete rule.
So, ma'am, if a friend has shared it with my child,
Hmm,
then so I'll say it's very. Oh, it was so nice that your friend shared a personal item.
hmm, yes,
Um,
but
um, but um,
it's
but
important.
yeah, it's important that we keep a pad handy in your bag always.
Yes, good, very good, Lavanya. Good job.
Okay.
So this can be said. Also, we can, if you want to phrase it a little bit different, it can also be said it's important that each of us uses their own pad to stay healthy. Let's make sure you have your pad ready for yourself. A little bit different. Good. What can be an alternative response for younger children? Okay, it can just be that pads are yours to use only. If someone else needs one, we get a new one from the pack. Okay, the next scenario is changing of clothes. One concrete rule here. I think, Mangala, for you, this will definitely work because you are saying now that your daughter, she doesn't know in terms of privacy. So here, one concrete rule can be clothes are changed every day or when they get dirty, wet, or sweaty, and they are only changed during sleeping time, okay, or maybe when she's, getting ready for some event to go or some place to go. Okay, so this can be just one concrete rule, okay, that you can say. Uh, but what you have to say in terms of, non-shaving, I think there is what you can elaborate a little. Okay, now in a non-shaving rule, let's say the scenario is she refuses to change clothes or wear the same outfit for multiple days. Okay, so the response over here can be, I see you that you really like that shirt today. Our body feels best when we wear clean clothes every day. Let's choose a fresh shirt together, something like this.
Ma'am, closing the door can be added in this, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Okay, so you can add it in the concrete rule, Mangala. So maybe clothes are changed every day or whenever we feel dirty, wet, sweaty, but the clothes have to be changed inside the bedroom only. This can be the concrete rule. And then there's a picture of a bedroom next to it. So she knows that, oh, I have to go inside the bedroom and close. You can also add there, um, it's important to close doors. The concrete rule can be broken down into steps also. Need not be just one big phrase. It can be broken down into steps. Okay, we finish a non-shaming response for a teen. If it is for a younger child, let's say the scenario is a young child refuses to take off the dirty or wet clothes. Okay, then it can be like, we can say these clothes are dirty or wet. Our body needs clean clothes to feel comfortable. Let's pick your new clothes together. I know that these situations will not be the same for all. It will be very different for each one of you. So try to create phrases that is more connected to your situation. So these are just examples that I'm sharing. If it's something that the same scenario, something that's going on in your home, then you can use the same phrase, no problem. But otherwise, please modify it according to your situation. Okay, next one was hugs. In hugs, one of the concrete rule can be you can give or receive hugs only if you want to. Everyone has the right to say yes or no to hugs. Now, what can be a non-shaming response here for teenagers? The scenario is the teenager uh, pulls away or refuses for a hug. So, what can be the response?
It's okay to give hug whenever you need with your loved ones.
Yes, yes, Mangala. You can say that. Good. Very good. And if it is not with the loved one, then let's say it's a teacher or a friend, again, someone they can hug to because it's a safe connection, nothing unsafe. Then what we will see?
Um,
Hmm.
maybe that um, you expressed yourself very well, and you showed your um, feelings and discomfort in not wanting to accept a hug. I don't know, too complex maybe.
Yes, it's complex. It's
Complex.
a good one, but I wanted to make it a little simpler.
Yeah.
Again, Lavanya, if what you have said, if that's something your child understands, then go ahead with it. But if he or she does not understand, then we need to know that we have to make it simpler. Okay, so here it can be something like, I understand you don't want a hug right now. That is okay. You can choose when you want to hug your teacher or your friend. So you can choose when you want, which means it can be 1 minute later, it can be after some time, or it can be when they are happy. So they get to choose. We don't force. If it is an alternative response for a younger child, then what we can say? The scenario is the young child resists hugs or wants a hug from someone who does not want it.
Ma'am, can you just say that again, please?
So this young child uh, resists hugs, okay? Resist or sometimes wants a hug from someone who does not want to give a hug.
Um, Arya, I see you like to interact with Akka,
Mm.
so you can just say hi and high five. Akka
Mm.
is not interested with hug at this point. That
Your,
usually I am saying.
yes, your first part is correct. The second part, please don't say that this
Okay.
Akka is not interested because then they will be like, why are they not interested? Like once that maturity creeps in, it will be like, what is there? It's not a big deal. It's just a hug. So instead of saying not interested, giving them the alternative to do a high five or a shake hand is fine. You stop there. Don't
Okay.
further say not interested. Then later on, they also learn that, okay, Akka is not interested, right? Then never I'm going to hug this person. That also they pick it up. So for us, it might be like, no, ma'am, it's okay. We just use this line, but we don't know what impact we are leaving in the child's mind.
Yes, ma'am. So sometimes it happens like Arya do it. Actually, it is a daily situation with me, with Arya.
Mm,
So I do tell her to say hi. Okay, Arya, you want to talk? You can talk. Say hi.
mm,
You can ask what is your favorite color. So
mm,
now she learned that line. What is your favorite color? To
mm,
tell it. So I am telling her you can ask her favorite color. She's very interested with color. So I'm telling her so you can interact, but you
mm,
can talk and interact. Uh, but she's doing it for attention also, that I could understand.
mm,
She's looking and laughing at me. I don't know, ma'am, when will she stop? But it's a bit hard sometimes.
mm. Okay, so in this scenario, we can also say that some people like hugs and some people do not. We can wave, we can do high five, or we can give a fist bump. Hugs are only for when both people want them. So here I did not say that when the other person is not interested or the other person may not like it. Okay, what did I say? That you can give a hug only when both people want them. Okay, so that sounds a little bit lighter than saying the previous phrase. Okay.
Ma'am, what about this socially appropriate or inappropriate behavior? So introducing those words, I don't think Arya don't understand it. Arya definitely understand it, but I am a bit confused. Should I say it? No, few behaviors are not socially acceptable. You should behave in such a way to.
I think for that reason only I had shared a lot of supportive language responses, right? We practiced a
Yeah.
couple of them. So I would want you to work, see, for every scenario, if I help you, then you will not start thinking from your own mind. I want you to think
No, ma'am, I'm not
and
asking about the script or the dialogue. I'm
mm,
just asking.
mm,
Uh, so, scripts are like concrete for every situation. Sometimes
mm,
if we just have
yes,
as a whole what we can label it,
mm,
so that actually helps, right? Every time
mm,
we may not get that much time or situation to help, so
mm,
socially inappropriate, or I can find another word also. I'm just asking you, I use that, how it would be.
mm. Okay, so we never teach children about appropriate and socially inappropriate, those categories.
Mhm.
We just uh, so based on the topic or based on the concept, we just take it lightly or we teach it lightly because again, as I said, for our neurodivergent children or teenagers or even adults, they
Mhm.
find these things to be little difficult to understand. And it's not uh, how much ever you try to make it easy, they still find it difficult. And there are a lot
Mhm.
of reasons behind it. I think I've shared so many reasons with y'all. It can be language, it can be behaviors, it can be sensory, all of that. So when you say you want to use those things, for me personally, even when I do it with the adults, I don't use those words. Like I just ask them, what do you think it can be? What is the situation? Like I put them into that scenario. And we do a lot of role plays actually. It's very unfortunate that I cannot do with any one of you like in real time role plays. But if you all see me doing role plays, you all will never see me using all these words. It's more like
Yeah.
I give them the opportunity to think. You can think and you can tell me. So I just put like 5 words on the board and I tell them point out. If they can't tell, at least just point out. But again, I don't use these words.
Okay.
So if you feel if there's some replacement, a better
Mhm.
replacement, think of that. I
Sure,
don't know
ma'am. I will
what
think.
others have to say on this. What do other parents have to say? Come on, let's hear them out.
Ma'am, so I was just going to say actually that I have been making a lot of visual cards
Hmm,
for my daughter. She's 4.
hmm,
She tends to so talking about hugs. Actually, she hugs literally anybody and everybody.
hmm,
Uh, and she's also a very people person. So anybody, any child she sees, she wants to play. So she
hmm,
goes and she, tries to pull them because she wants to play with them. She talks to them, and so I've actually been making these cards to show her like no hitting, no kicking, no scratching,
Hmm.
and with the clip art and then a red cross. So this is
Okay.
what we do. And to show things which we can do, again clip art and putting a green tick.
Hmm.
And also trying with some social story clip art. So I have been using that to show her what is kind of acceptable and not acceptable. I mean, especially in terms of school and
Hmm.
I don't know. So because otherwise, I don't. I mean, I'm not able to help her
Okay.
understand.
Okay.
So,
So you feel that this strategy has worked with her?
uh, a little bit to an extent, ma'am. To
Okay.
an extent.
Okay. Yeah, so see, whatever strategies you all are doing, and if it is working with your children, then I will never tell you to stop it. Please go ahead, keep practicing. But if you don't see any improvement, then it is something to look into it. There will be something that is missing out. Now, how I would do a little bit different is first thing, maybe not use clip arts. I would use the real pictures or real scenarios for each of the acceptable and non-acceptable. But again, I will not focus on the non-acceptable part. I will focus more on acceptable. What can the child do? Because normally, see, the child knows that they're doing something inappropriate. They do know it. Okay, now either they might be looking at you to gain an attention after doing it, or there could be some other thing in their mind. Now, plainly, let's say the child really does not know, then yes, I would say bring that awareness in them. But once they're a little bit aware of it, and if they're still doing it, that means we have to focus on something that they can do and not that they can't do. Because they are now going to learn what they can do, right? And the more you focus on only that, then the child will feel like, okay, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. That I don't even have to look at what they can't do. So I would not teach the non-acceptable part. I would only teach on what can be accepted, whether it is at home or whether it is in a social scenario. Yes, Prasanna.
I think that makes sense, ma'am, because when that behavior happens, if I look back, then I can definitely tell that when there is a situation when she gets bored or when something's happening, when she want to escape
Mm,
or when she feels like Amma is doing something which I don't like,
mm,
so she's in me doing it, so then it happens usually. Because at home she's like playing, she's calm.
mm,
Immediately if she asks something, I said, no, at this point we cannot do, tomorrow we'll do. When that answer happens, immediately
mm,
she'll be climbing rods, she'll be
mm,
drinking water and uh, spitting it again in the bottle. All those
mm,
things suddenly happens. I wonder, till this point she was okay, suddenly what happened, she started doing. And it's not like she did one thing, she'll be doing continuously. Like I go stop it, she go open the fridge, suddenly
mm,
she pull out something which she usually don't pull out. So I think at school also it happens, when a new story is introduced, she feels overwhelmed or she might not understand or something happens, then she'll
mm,
start. If some game is there, when she is interested, she'll never do all those things. When
mm.
she get even 2 minutes of that boredom, she'll start doing it. I think then it should be like, it's not the awareness part that she is not knowing, she already know it, and she just need more yes, what she
Yeah,
can do.
I think this part I would give you all a 90% from my side that our neurodivergent children, it's not that they don't know, okay? They know very well. Lot of things they know. But they just want reactions from you and they just want to test your patience. These are the two things they do. Okay, and it has happened to me. And at the end, it's it looks like we are the fools. Okay, just giving them the same thing we are trying to teach, but it's not that. See, again, we just have to change our way that we teach them and the way we perceive the situation. And that's when you will realize that, oh, there is another way that I can do, or I can trick my child. Okay, all right. Um, yeah, so where were we? Bathroom, this is,
I just added a few pics in our group. You asked me what were the scripts I was using.
yeah,
So I introduced the word scripts to Arya.
okay.
So first I started with that word. I just want it to be like very positive for her so that she'll cooperate. The same thing that you were telling. So I have to trick her. Otherwise, she'll not accept that script. She'll behave like I don't understand anything what you're telling. So I thought initially I'll go with something which of her favorite.
Mm,
So I just want to build positive vibe in her about scripts. Okay, scripts are like more colorful. They
mm,
are to make my work easy. She should feel that. So I
mm.
started with these things. So this is the recipe of strawberry milkshake. So we
Okay.
soaked few nuts. She did it, all those things. Then we made this almond milk. Then she
Okay.
have to add strawberries to the mixer. Then she sprinkle with a few nuts and chopped dark chocolate. So this was the recipe. So there are dialogues also.
Very
So
nice.
I will be writing. She will
Mm.
be she will be reading. So she learned reading. So slowly she
Oh,
read
wow.
also. I teach her first, then she'll read for me. I'll write, then we go and make it.
Very
So
nice.
and few more, yeah. So this is another script that I told her this time you are
Wow.
making it for me also. It's
Uh,
like two slices. One is for Arya, one is for Amma.
uh,
So you'll make it together we'll eat because she don't share it actually. Once she prepare, right, she
mm,
fix it like two slices are for me, not for you. So I told
mm,
her and she shared. Then
mm,
she kind of fixed it. Okay, one is for Amma, I'll give. So
mm.
first one is we apply melted chocolate, then sprinkle some chopped nuts, then sprinkle makna. So these are two things of her favorite recipes. Then I made this Burger King image. So
Okay.
here I gave those instructions to ChatGPT that it should not keep ketchup on the tissues here. The tray should be
Okay.
only with French fries and Coke. So then I told Arya that he mixed ketchup and tissues. So
Mm,
now you add that dialogue. Can you please give me? Can I have ketchup, please? Can I have tissue, please? So you have to ask. Say thank you. So you
mm.
will be asking. So this is the thing that I was writing here. So
Okay.
she will be telling. I will be writing.
Mm.
So it is like that. So can you see? Yeah.
Yeah,
This
I
is a
can
script I
see, and I liked it a lot. Very
yeah.
nice. Good.
And
Very good. Can you please share this
yeah.
in our group so that
Yeah,
parents
yeah,
know?
I shared it already. So we did it yesterday. So she was asking for creamstone script today. She told that word
Haha.
script. And she told creamstone. Those two words she told. That means she wanted to change it. Now she's like, I know it. I don't want to
Uh,
write it. Now I
uh,
want creamstone. So at creamstone, the fun part is like there is one option where we can choose our own toppings.
okay.
So that kind of option is there. So every time when we go, she choose five toppings. She can choose
Mm,
five toppings.
mm,
She tell it. So that was the thing happening. So I kind of prepared it. So she just need to tell it in
very nice.
dialogues, not in the words. Uh, so I think
Yeah, I can
here,
see that. You have put us stepwise. Yes.
yeah. For this, I kind of skipped the visual. I was
Yes.
checking whether Arya is okay or not. She is okay. Okay, I can imagine. You can just write. So these were the scripts I introduced. Next, I'm thinking in 1 or 2 days I will start using for washrooms and classroom, body
Mm,
awareness and all.
yes.
Then she'll be okay.
Good start. Very good. Okay. All the parents, I want to give give her a big round of applause, please. She has done an excellent job.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
Excellent
you.
job, ma'am. Excellent job.
Okay,
We
and
are motivated, ma'am, actually.
Thank you,
Very
ma'am.
much.
Yeah.
And ChatGPT is
As,
very much helpful actually. We just need to
Yes.
have a bit idea so we can
Ah,
get whatever we want.
I'm
The
so
visuals are
glad that you're using ChatGPT to, frame the, the
yeah.
right, giving a clarity what you want. But as I said, some people misuse it, but you're using it so well. Well done.
Ma'am, for our special parent, it is boon, ma'am, actually, ChatGPT. It's very, for preparing worksheets and all, it's really helpful, ma'am.
Oh, that's great. That's good to hear. Okay, so Prasanna,
Ma'am, I just want to share one more thing. Actually, it is kind of cut. So in one A4 sheet,
mm,
I am using this grid thing also. This I find it very helpful. Actually, I
okay,
used to take full printout. This
okay,
was Arya's birthday thing. So I was doing picture description, who were participating, what happened, what kind of decoration we used. So we
mm,
were doing it, and this was like Burger King thing, and it is for some other mall. So
okay,
in one page, I can get six small images. So we
okay,
do picture description. I used to take full A4 sheet printout before. Now I feel
mm,
it very comfortable. For one day, I can take like 20 images if I really want. So at
mm,
night, we are doing it like a recalling what you did today from
recalling
morning to evening.
events from the picture.
Picture from the
Yeah,
morning to evening, and I'm asking her to put images in the sequence. What you did in the morning,
yes,
afternoon,
picture
evening, night.
sequencing. Yes,
I kind of found it really helpful. So we can taking 10 printouts is bit waste also. After that, I cannot reuse it much. So these small cards to store it also, it's easy.
excellent. Good job. I'm so happy that you created all these resources. See, like the more I just give you some motivation, some push, how beautifully y'all can think from your own mind and do it. And if Prasanna
I
can do it,
And I should definitely acknowledge that, ma'am. It's because of your push and your encouragement to create phrases and all. The credit definitely goes to you to start it at least. To that initial inertia is a bit hard to break, right? So I thought my husband used to tell me that. See, Aarti ma'am is doing this much for all of you. It's very bad that if you don't do it,
how sweet
practice
of
it.
him. But
So,
anyway, I just want to say one thing. This is for all the caregivers. If Prasanna can do this much, then all the caregivers can also do it. Okay? So it's nothing, you don't have to climb mountain, right? You have to just think about your child. And I've already said visuals work a lot. Phrases, cut down the phrases. If you are talking in bigger sentences, make it short. If you feel you were too simple, make it little complex. This is the way how you work on yourself when you teach your child. Okay, and further, Prasanna, whatever you have created, one more thing is she has used the familiar topics first so that her child understands what we are going to do next. Okay, so when she introduces this similar kind of a pattern for body awareness and puberty, her child is ready because now she knows that, okay, this is the steps that are going to come. These are the phrases that I'm going to learn. Okay, so she's preparing her for that journey. So always start with something familiar and then go for unfamiliar ones is what I have also learned from what Prasanna has shared. Okay, so don't just start a new concept thinking that, okay, now my child is going to understand things. So try doing in a way which, again, focus on visuals, phrases, familiar, what they are familiar with, and then go to the topics which is very new for them. All right. But I'm so glad, Prasanna, for sharing all those things and you just tried. My heart feels so happy. Today I'll get very good sleep thinking that one parent has done something.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I just want to share one more thing that I learned from you. So, in last ASME, actually, we kind of learned to join class on time. I think
Yes,
I'm not missing.
yes.
So,
And I think I
so
should definitely give that. I mean, uh, for you and Mangala, both have been joining consistently, sharp dot at 6. Okay, and
yeah.
this is something I see time management, how you both are, very much thinking about the time and not just the time. You're so mindful that y'all know that next after the group session, I might have to go for other, uh, you know, individual sessions. So y'all are making sure that y'all are on time. So I'm thank
Uh,
you for doing that.
thank you, ma'am. Actually, I was not that person that who joined calls on time or go if I give any time to any person. I generally go a bit late, maybe five
Hmm,
minutes, 10 minutes. So
hmm,
I was not liking it at all about me. So now I
hmm,
somehow learned to join class at least on time. So then
hmm.
I have to improve in other parts also. Thank you, ma'am, for that skill.
Welcome, welcome. Okay. So, yeah, we had two more scenarios, okay, and these two scenarios, y'all will be doing it at home as homework because we have to get started with today's session, right? So, the homework will be on the two scenarios that I've left, okay? One was talking about periods, and the other one is touching genitals. So please do this for homework and let me know what will be one concrete rule, one non-shaming response, and one alternative response for younger children. Okay, uh, now we'll get started with the topic for today. Okay, so the topic for today is understanding emotions and hormonal shifts. A little bit of science is what we are going to learn here. Okay. Um, and why this theme is so important in terms of puberty. Okay, so what is the objective? Uh, the session objective is the first thing, setting the tone for safety and non-judgment, which means that you have to create an environment where your child feels safe to express emotions without fear of punishment, shame, or criticism. We all know that neurodivergent children, especially, they need clear signals that their feelings, even big, confusing, or messy ones, all are okay. A non judgmental tone would look like you have to stay calm when the child is upset, first thing. Second thing, using neutral words instead of labeling. Okay, so like your body is having a hard moment. Instead of this, you can say, or there are people who say you're being dramatic. Okay, don't be too dramatic. Okay, so instead of this, you can show much of curiosity, not much of correction. You can just say, I wonder what your body is trying to tell me right now. Something like this. Okay, giving space without pressure is very important. So when children feel safe, they are more likely to communicate, try coping tools, and even trust y'all during puberty changes. Second is normalized puberty related emotional changes, um, meaning helping children understand that emotional shifts during puberty are expected, healthy, and not their fault. Okay, a lot of our teenagers, they experience stronger mood swings because hormones interact with sensory needs, routines, and even the body awareness of the child. Okay, so y'all can normalize by saying things like bodies change during puberty and feelings do get bigger. It's not wrong or nothing to worry about. You can say something like this. Okay, or lots of children feel easily annoyed or overwhelmed at this age. You can even say this line. You can also say hormones can make feelings show up suddenly. Your body is still learning. Now, the word hormones is something new for them. Okay, so this also you can use gradually. And I would say use it because slowly they also need to know there's something called as hormonal shifts. Okay, wherever possible, try and use it. It's not like a mandatory thing, but let them get used to these words. Okay, when you use such phrases, right, this reduces shame, it lowers anxiety, and it also helps the child understand that they are not alone uh, or bad, or their body is just developing. This is what they learn. Okay, one simple activity that I want to do, a very light one, is describe to me your child in one emoji when it comes to emotions lately. Lately, as in can be just today or maybe just a day ago. Just one emoji. What is that one emotion that they're going through lately? You can just mute yourself and tell me. Ruth is anger. Okay, Varghese is feeling angry. I see.
Yes, he's been feeling very angry nowadays, more like on the irritated side. Even if you tell him something neutral, he just perceives it as a attack, I guess.
Mm,
And he'll get really hyper,
mm.
and it's not easy to maintain calm during that time.
Okay, okay. What about others?
My daughter is happily playing, ma'am, today.
Yeah, today she's not making you feel angry.
Yes, ma'am. I
Okay,
should say thanks for it.
okay. How about Prasanna, Lavanya, Monica?
My younger daughter, I think, gets very frustrated
Hmm.
when with my elder daughter. There's a lot of anger, and yeah, she's
Okay, and are there any reason, like a specific reason or something?
um I think my elder one is she wants everything, to be in place. Uh,
Hmm,
very particular about keeping her things neat, and so a younger one just goes and snatches things from her or her bag. So
hmm.
yeah,
So it's quite irritating.
irritating.
Yes.
So explaining to both sides becomes difficult
Hmm. Sibling
times.
rivalry is happening.
Yeah.
Okay. How about Prasanna? How is Arya?
Sorry, ma'am, I just missed what's the
Okay,
question?
just tell me quickly one emotion that Arya is going through today, right now, or a day ago.
Happy.
She's happy? Okay. Okay. Anybody else wants to share? Anybody
Yes, ma'am.
left? Yes,
Yes,
Lavanya.
yes. Yes, Rudvin is also happy, ma'am. Maybe because of my language or tone. I don't.
Oh, I'm so proud. This heart is for you. If you are
I think I
improving.
am very conscious about my language and tone nowadays, and even my expressions, looks. He's very he's responding in a very good way, and I can see that.
Oh, that's so good to hear. Keep up your like tone, your expression, your body language, the way it's going. Um, and again, it's based on the situation. Yeah, if
Yeah.
it's making you feel like, you have to lose your temper, please don't. So try
And
to
I am
become.
losing temper when anyone else raising their voice. Maybe because the awareness, I gained the
Hmm,
knowledge. But if
hmm.
someone else raise their voice, I'm losing my temper at them.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. I don't have anything to say for this.
Maybe I should encourage Samartha sessions for them. And I
Yeah,
should
should.
show the recording.
Okay.
Not needed, Lavanya. You can raise your voice on them. They'll slowly adapt to your techniques here.
That also I am not able to do actually nowadays. My patience has improved a lot.
Good. Very good. So yeah, I think you all shared one emotion, right? That your child or the teenager is going through right now, or maybe a day ago. Okay, just why did I say to share this was because I just wanted to check whether you all are identifying the emotions that they're going through. First thing, when you do this, okay, you're giving a space, uh, not just for them to, go through that emotion, but even for y'all to know that these emotional shifts are happening within them. Okay, and it could be again because of hormonal changes in their body. Now, I'm not saying it's only hormones, okay? There could be a lot of other reasons, but this could be one of the reasons. All right, so going further, what hormones do during puberty? First thing, they shift, okay? So hormone shifts make feelings stronger and harder to ignore. So the intensity increases. Emotional intensity increases. Second, faster mood changes. So emotions can switch quickly because the brain is now adjusting to new hormonal levels. Okay, there can be low frustration tolerance. For instance, small challenges, they feel bigger as the brain's regulation system are still developing. Sometimes there's more fatigue in the child or the teenager because the growth, hormonal change, and brain development, all of these use extra energy, and this can cause tiredness. Sometimes there's heightened sensory sensitivity. So hormones can amplify how sounds, textures, smell, and light feel to the body. So you see, whenever you do an activity, right, during the puberty phase, you will start realizing that all these things are happening. And these could be the reasons, is what I'm saying. Okay. The next is neurodivergence intersects with puberty, which means sometimes there's difficulty in labeling internal states. Okay. Their brain has trouble in noticing body signals like hunger, stress, or discomfort. There is also a terminology called as alexithymia. Okay, now this is something where they struggle to name an emotion. I'm not labeling this to any of the child here. Okay, this is just an awareness I'm creating. So children who have this, they feel emotions, but they can't easily identify or describe it in words. Okay, then there is more sensory overload where puberty heightens sensitivity, making sounds, textures, and crowds, okay, overwhelming more quickly for them. Further, there can be rigid thinking also, more meltdowns. So when routines change or things feel unpredictable, the brain struggles to adapt, okay, leading to emotional overload. There can also be anxiety due to unpredictability. So they don't know what is going to happen next in the activity, or they don't know what you're expecting. Then in these scenarios, rapid body changes and new feelings create uncertainty, okay, which further increases worry for our children. And last one is behavior. Okay, behavior again can be a sign of communication. They are showing a behavior, but through their behavior, they're actually communicating something. Okay, so as caregivers, your role will be to identify whether these are emotionally related, whether it is hormonal related, whether it is sensory, whether it is fatigue, or whether it is a social pressure. So you have to identify this. Okay, next. How does hormonal shifts impact behavioral patterns? Now, the first one, something is called as energy crashes. Okay, now what does it look like? First thing, you have to notice the signs in your children and what are the possible causes if they're going through energy crash. Okay, now the signs could be sudden tiredness, irritability, lying down on the floor or bed, avoiding tasks or stopping mid-activity. Why it happens? Hormonal changes drain energy quickly, making them feel exhausted without any warning. Okay, now an example can be let's say the teen comes home, drops the bag, and immediately lies on the couch, refusing to talk. So, what you can do here, supportive language. What can be the supportive language? You can say, your body looks tired, let's slow down. Or, it is okay to take a break before we talk or do anything. Or, do you want quiet time, a snack, or a rest place? Okay. Next, going to emotional surges. What are some of the signs to notice here? Crying suddenly, snapping at small things, wanting to be alone, slamming doors, grumbling, or shutting down. Why does it happen? So, hormones make emotions stronger and quicker, even when the child does not understand the reason. For example, a small request, can you come for dinner? Okay, the child may now start crying or might be very angry with you all of a sudden. So, what can be your supportive language here? Your feelings got big very fast. I'm right here. Or it is okay to feel upset. You're not in trouble. Or let's breathe or take a moment. Your body is telling us something. Okay. The next is body discomfort. How can you notice the signs here? The child might be fidgeting, pacing around to and fro, pulling clothes, rejecting certain fabrics to wear, restlessness, or non-stop movement. Why it happens? So for our children, hormones increase sensory sensitivity. So clothes or movements can suddenly feel overwhelming for them. For example, a shirt that was fine just yesterday suddenly feels itchy, tight, or unbearable today. So, what can be a supportive language here? You can say, looks like your body is uncomfortable. Let's find what feels better. Or, would you like softer clothes? Something like that. You can ask that. Or, do you want a movement break? Or do you want a quiet space? You can also say your body is changing and that can make things feel different. That is okay. All right. So these are some ways or languages that I've shared when it comes to uh, these behavioral patterns. Understood, everyone? So you have to start identifying these things in your children. Okay. Um, all those whose screens are off, please come on cameras because next one is an activity which I will be putting you all into breakout rooms. What is the activity? You have to match the behavior to the body need and create a coping menu. Okay, now the purpose for doing this is you all are going to recognize what is my child trying to communicate through their dysregulated behaviors and learn how to respond with the right type of support rather than guessing or correcting the behavior. Okay, so this activity would teach you all on how to translate behaviors into body need categories and build a simple coping menu that your child can actually use. So let's see what are the steps for the activity. And as I go further, please take a snapshot or click these slides so you can use it in your breakout rooms. So what is the activity instruction? Step 1, choose any one scenario to discuss in the group. Okay, the scenario will be on the next slide. Step 2, identify and match the chosen behavior to the body need category and write it down. So whatever scenario or the behavior you choose, that one behavior you have to match it with the body need category. And step 3, you're going to list out 5 coping tools to create the coping menu. Now, what are the behaviors? Please click a picture. You can choose any one of these. Pacing up and down the room, suddenly shutting down and going silent. Third one, pulling at clothes or rejecting clothing. Fourth one, yelling or snapping at small things. And fifth one is covering ears during loud moments. Then we have following you or around or becoming clingy. And the last one, refusing to transition to the next task. Okay, these are scenarios or behaviors that your child show. So as caregivers, I know you all will be, if you see this, you will correct what your child has to do, right? But this time you're not going to do that. You have to match this to this. These are the body need categories. Does your child need movement, sensory quiet space, deep pressure, food or water? Is your child seeking connection, alone time, or clear structure in the activity? Got it? Okay, should I put y'all into the breakout rooms? Okay, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see. So there will be 3 and 2 in 1. Let me assign. Mhm. Okay, so there are 2 rooms, and in the first room, I am sending Lavanya, Ruth, and Monica. So Lavanya, Ruth, and Monica. And in room 2, it will be Prasanna and Lavanya G. You can go in your rooms and discuss. Are you all able to see the rooms? Hmm? Now you can see that.
Also, for my daughter, this thing works. Visual timer, no? So
Mm-hmm.
she's doing an activity, and then I show her, okay, we'll do the next one. You have 2 minutes time, and I just show her like that.
Yeah. Yes,
Set an
yes.
alarm. So that
I think
also
we are.
visual timer. Yeah, reinforcer. Yeah, I think one, two, three,
Yeah,
four.
reinforcer, moment breaks, visual cues, and breaking task
Breaking the task.
into
Yeah,
simple task.
visual cue, picture card, or yeah, visual timer, and
That's it. So I
yeah,
think we are done with five. We can add
yeah,
more. We could get
yeah,
any idea. We have time, right?
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Um,
Preparation also
yeah,
helps.
preparing the child. Correct. Prior
Yeah.
preparation and telling them, no, that see now.
We should ready. Yeah. With mixie and cooker sounds is comfortable. Your son is comfortable.
Yeah, other sounds mostly he's not scared of and not worried, but especially
Mm-hmm.
with the thunderstorm, he's very much
Thunderstorm.
scared of.
It's
Yeah,
okay because it happens rarely only, no? Mostly it's a
yeah.
seasonal
Rain, yeah,
sound.
rainy season also he's he's constantly like, oh, it is now cloudy. He will always check the weather when there are clouds. So cloudy days, he's always restless. Like
Mm-hmm.
some lightning will come, storm will come, and lightning also he's a bit scared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Maybe we should store some stories and we should link with a video.
yeah, yeah. In giving information and explaining to why it happens, and it is
Mm.
okay, nothing will happen. It is safe.
Yeah.
You will be safe.
Mm.
That will be
Mm.
good.
Yeah. Okay. You are from which state, Monica?
I'm from Nagpur, Maharashtra.
I think you attended other sessions also, no?
Yes. Uh,
What is session,
uh,
huh?
yeah, a behavior session I have attended.
Riddhi ma'am
Yeah,
session, no?
Ridi ma'am session. Yes.
Yes, yes. Mhm. I remember you.
Yeah, I also.
Okay. I think that coping tools are over.
Yeah. Next, you choose a scenario, match behavior to body need category, and list
Hmm.
5 coping tools. Okay. Yeah.
How old is your son, Monica?
12 years old.
12
And
years
your
old.
son's name is
Seven and a
Riddhi.
half. 7 and
Okay, all of y'all are back. Okay, as I entered in each of the rooms, I was just hearing your discussion and felt like y'all were so quick in completing the task. Okay, I don't know if it was because of the time or what, but yeah, I think Prasanna, I can see nodding her head. So yeah, I mean, I also don't want y'all to be here for a long time, but if you do need the time to discuss, you can let me know. I can give you more 5 minutes. Okay, so I hope you're finished actually discussing well. Yeah, okay. And also do take some time to even connect with each other. Okay, just don't talk about only the activity. So I like what Lavanya was talking. She was asking Monica, like, where are you from? And which session did she attend and all of that. So I didn't want to like interrupt. I was just hearing her. And I felt like she was trying to connect with Monica, which was really good. Okay, so do take that time to talk to other caregivers because you will also get to learn from others and others will learn from you as well. Okay, and
Yes,
keep
ma'am. Yes.
the conversation more meaningful. When I mean
Mm.
meaningful, don't just ask like, okay, how is your child? What is your child doing? Maybe ask little more. Okay, all right. Let's get into the activity now. Who wants to go first? Prasanna and Lavanya or the other group? Actually, anybody can. Just volunteer.
We will, ma'am.
Okay, Lavanya, go ahead.
Covering ears, ma'am. We selected covering ears
Ooh, covering yours. Okay.
because
Which is
Monica kid also has the same issue. Even my kid also has that issue.
okay. So, what
Uh,
would be the signals or the body need category? What did you match?
uh, for me, it is sensory quiet, ma'am.
Okay, good, very good.
Yeah. For Monica, she told deep pressure.
Deep pressure. How, Monica?
Hug, hug, hug. She's telling hug. Tight hug will help her son.
I see. Uh, the one which Lavanya you have correctly identified. Okay, that is sensory quiet. For Monica, it can be sensory overload. That is why he needs hugs.
Okay.
Okay. I want to add one more body signal here. It can also be because the child needs movement to discharge stress. Okay, can be this reason also. All the three are correct. Okay, what is the coping menu list?
Mainly noise cancelling earphones, ma'am.
Noise cancelling headphones, correct.
Even ear muffs, something.
Earmuffs, correct.
Or we will inform him prior, giving information about what is going to happen.
Priorly. Okay,
Yes.
but that won't come into a coping tool.
Okay. Or if nothing is available, I will just use my hands to cover his ears.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
Good enough. Anything more?
Mm. What I felt is if I give some information before what is going to happen, I
Hmm.
think it will reduce his anxiety.
Uh, okay, so you consider it as a coping tool then. Okay,
Mm. Even distraction.
distraction. Distraction from that particular task to something else.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
This will let go out of this place for some time and we will join again later.
Yeah, I think that one suits much better, like the distraction.
Mm.
Because see, when the child is overwhelmed, na, Lavanya, uh, giving explanation there to transit or let's say to move to something, it's too overwhelming. So I
Mm.
don't know if it's working for Rudwin, then fine. But I have never
Mm.
seen, that helps for me personally. Rather, I would tell the child to just step outside for 2 minutes, distract, and then come back.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, but all are correct. Very good.
And
Also,
Monica is telling, will you say Monica about her
Yeah,
child?
yeah, yeah. When actually he is very anxious, especially during the rainy days and there is lightning, there is thunder. So
okay.
that noise he doesn't like. So being with him, like sitting besides him,
Mm,
or just being with him calms him down. So
Okay.
that is also one of the coping
Another
mechanism of
thing,
for him.
Monica, when it is sensory overload, you can also try wrapping him in a blanket for deep pressure.
Yeah.
That will also help. Um,
Okay.
Squeezing therapy, that will also help.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so these are the
Yes.
some few coping mechanisms that yes, you all have identified correctly and you can use it. Okay, next, let's go. Was there no contribution from Ruth?
No, ma'am, she didn't join our room.
Oh, yes,
No,
she
I
was
was
here.
in the room the entire time. Yeah.
Was there no anything for you to share?
I actually had a different one, but since the group was discussing another thing, I thought best to listen at that point of time.
How sweet of you. What was your different scenario?
So what I could relate to was that Verghese usually yells and snaps,
Oh, I
and
see. Okay,
huh, he doesn't have the covering ears problem, so I couldn't really relate to that.
okay.
But from what I was able to do, just give me a second.
Mm,
His body need at that point of time is connection because he's
connection.
emotionally overwhelmed at that point of time,
So if
right?
he's okay, if he's yelling or snapping, when you say
Yeah.
connection, do you mean he needs hugs or something?
Uh, y- yeah, it's actually he's frustrated with the situation as a whole.
Oh,
And usually it's at things that we have told him no and things that are not good for him, and even if you try to offer him a replacement of that thing, he's stubborn that he wants that thing. So
mm,
what I have found best is like to let him have that moment where he's angry as long as it's not destructive,
mm,
and once he calms down, to give him a hug and to tell him that it's all right.
mm,
At that point of time, I think he kind of accepts defeat that we're not going to give him what he wants because it's
mm.
bad for him. Uh, but yeah, it's more of that connection at that point that you can express what you want.
Okay.
Um, but at the same time, that you're not going to get what is bad for you. There are
Mm,
certain rules that you have to
mm.
like that. So I'm sorry, but I only one coping mechanism which
Yeah,
I have learned works so far till now. I don't have five.
that's okay. Can you share which is that one?
The hug that I told you about,
Hug.
na,
Okay, okay.
that and I don't think this is healthy, but making him watch a show that he likes or the movies that he likes, that also helps him sort of distract from the intensity of emotions and helps him regulate.
Yeah, it depends on two things. One, whether the movie is not something which is violent or, inappropriate. The movie is soothing the child, and obviously you can give. Second, the time. How long are you giving the screening time? Is it like for 1 hour or is it like for more than an hour? Then you have to reduce it. So
It's
keeping,
the sorry to no no please continue. I'll say at the end.
yeah, so keeping this in mind, you can give movies. Again, it should not be something which is, like stimulating in a wrong way. That's all I want to say.
The thing is, he likes movies which are like action movies. They're not necessarily violent, but it's starting to get there, and I see that reflecting in his behavior. But the issue is that when we try to limit it, he gets even more angry. And that's showing in his school also, because yesterday itself my mother was telling me that his class teacher had called, saying that she was scolding some other students,
Mm,
and he literally took his notebook and threw it on the floor and then started pointing his finger towards her and not shouting at her, but you know how we scold, how dare you do this thing, sort of
mm, mm, mm,
mimicking the way she was saying things in an angry tone. And then he ran out of class. And it's causing a problem also on another level, because the school is trying their best to like remove him. So when he does remove him from school, so when he does things like this, and if it does reach the principal, who is really bent on removing him from school at any cost, it's kind of making the entire situation worse, and it's the stress is reflected at home also as well.
Hmm. Such a difficult situation, right? I mean, when we want our children or teenagers to go to school, and the school system doesn't support any of these things. I mean, school should definitely be inclusive, right? The word inclusion is not at all followed. I think it's, again, even the strategies that we teach, it should be universal. In schools also, they should adapt these things. But yeah, I mean, school is school. What else to say? I've been hearing about school systems now for quite a long time, and each school system follows different kinds of policies. But anyway, I think what we can control is something, our behavior, our language, our thoughts. But again, I would appreciate if the schools would be, a little bit more flexible on these things, which is not very unfortunate things happen. But yeah, I think coming back to Ruth, what you said in terms of movie, uh, if it's really like that's what, if it helps, suits for temporary basis, fine. But if it's looking at it and getting into some kind of another behavior sort, then you have to start thinking of some other alternatives. Okay?
I
And yeah.
I have tried showing him, these Japanese anime series like Ponyo and all. It's very non-violent, and like it's at a slower pace. So it's
uh,
more calming from what I've seen. But he has reached that place where he gets sort of a dopamine hit from this action movies, that he doesn't want to watch any slow-paced movies.
mm, I see. See, it's just a suggestion. You can try it. Um,
Hmm.
so first thing is, what are the body signals that you can match? This is frustration and also emotional overload, which you correctly said. Okay, this could be the reason. Second thing, the need for clear structure. So if there's no clear structure, could be that it's very confusing for him and doesn't want to do
Hmm.
anything. Okay. Uh, Also, another factor can be, there's a possibility, which is food and water. Check on his glucose levels during that phase. If it's, too low and he's becoming hyper, okay, then you have to check on those matters as well. Coping list, you can try offer some refreshing snacks which can help him to regulate, um, a very good amount of water that he can drink at that time, so that his hormones and whatever, it lowers him. So if he feels hunger, kind of cools him down. Okay. It can also be a 2-minute breathing exercise if it works. And also visual cards, like, what's next happening. So this is now, and next what happens. Some children also like, if they like some cream or they like some perfume, when you kind of apply some cream on their hand, okay, or perfume, it kind of regulates them with that smell, and especially if they're sensory seekers. Okay, and next is having a quiet space corner, so that the high stimulation starts becoming lower. So having a calming corner should also be there, where he doesn't do anything. It's just he sits with in that corner and he just regulates. Okay, you can give something more meaningful, like, keep a paint there or something that he loves a lot. Just keep it next to him and let him only figure out what he wants to do with that.
Aarti now?
Yeah, Ruth, yes.
I'm extremely sorry, but my phone died and I just joined from the laptop, so
Oh,
there was
I
that
see.
short break. I'm truly very sorry. I did
No, no,
not
no, that's totally fine.
notice that my phone was on.
No, 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 that's totally fine. But I would just quickly say it, okay? If you have any doubts, then you can get back to me on WhatsApp. Hmm? So I just said that in coping menu, you can offer him water or small snack that he loves. You can do 2-minute breathing exercise with him, holding hands together. Okay, just be there, silent. You can use visual cards where it shows what is first and what comes next. Okay, you can do if he loves some fragrance, okay, like perfume fragrance, lotion, powder, something like that. You can tell him to apply a little on his hand and smell it. Okay, any oil, essential oil, smell it to regulate. Also, you can have a quiet space at home, a corner where he can just bring down his stimulation when he's angry. So try these things, okay? And something that he loves a lot. Bring that and keep it in front. Let him use it how he wants. Although maybe that moment he doesn't want to do anything, it's fine. But he knows that, okay, uh, for my, in order for me to regulate, there is something that I can use or something I can see. Okay? All right. So I'm going further. We have Prasanna and Lavanya to share.
Uh, Ma'am, we chose refusing to
Okay,
transition.
Okay. Hmm.
okay, yeah. Yeah.
So uh, reason would be like lack of clear structure.
Okay. Needs clear structure. Yes.
Hmm.
Anything else?
So tools. Mm,
Do you feel
just
any
a moment.
other body signals will be there?
Mm, maybe movement.
Movement.
Correct. Yes.
Movement.
Movement.
Hmm.
Anything
So
else?
sensory need.
What is that sensory need? See, there's a refusal. Okay. No, I don't want to do it. What is that? It's an emotion, right?
Hmm.
There's an emotion behind it. So, needs emotional reassurance. That is the third one. Okay, so there are these three body signals. Okay, what is the coping menu?
So visual cues for transition and movement breaks reinforces. I think, and I am using reinforces at this point. I'm
Hmm,
not sure.
hmm.
Um, breaking tasks to simple steps.
Yes,
Visual timer.
yes.
So preparation also with the RM, I don't know. Could we keep it in the tools? So if we could share about if we're going to do some list of tasks, if it inform before, show
Hmm,
it, write it, and show it, that helps.
hmm,
So taking basic needs, maybe is she feeling sleepy? Is she feeling hungry?
Okay.
hmm.
Uh, in such basic needs depend that time also it becomes hard for her to cope both.
Okay.
So me and Lavanya we kind of having the same issue.
Similar kind
So
of issues. So
yeah, discussed
Hmm.
and listed.
Very good. Your coping menu is like, it's a comprehensive one actually. It has a lot of tools which I think normally all of us have to use if this is the category where transition is difficult for children, then these are the tools which are necessary that has to be there in the teaching methodology. Good. Okay, so
Ma'am,
Thank you, ma'am.
yes,
I just
Lavanya.
want to ask, in this you mentioned emotional reassurance.
Hmm.
So, like, in how can we like show that?
Acknowledging the emotion.
Okay, that way.
Hmm.
The refusal.
So you will definitely have to acknowledge, right? You need to say that
Hmm.
I can notice that you do not like this activity. Okay, and then further you have to say what you want to say. I think you have learned, right? So many phrases you have learned.
Yes.
Okay, so I've just given you a gist. So you're acknowledging that the child doesn't like it, or the child is throwing something. But after that, what can be the phrase that you can say? Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so that's all for today. And I'm happy that we actually completed the whole um, activity section for this today's session. And I don't have to do, the next session, the same activity. So I'm happy that we finished everything. But more than that, I hope you all are able to figure out how these activities are connected to body awareness and puberty phase. Yeah, because each of these topics are interlinked and connected to puberty. So when all the 10 sessions, they're actually directing you to each topics to be taken for when you start practicing with children. Starting from introduction, starting from what is body awareness, then what is puberty, then what are the other areas you have to work in each of the categories. So that's how I'm dividing each topic. And I want to say to all of you here, every session topic that I come up with, right? You can still break that into 10 sessions. For instance, the topic on body image, positive self-image and building body confidence. That's a topic which can be divided into 10 sessions. So you see that much in depth is the concept for each of the topic that I'm taking. So as caregivers, now what is your role is don't get too much into intense thing. Work on what I am giving here because this is the starting phase for all the children as well as teenagers. Okay, very important is the language. This is the phase that, especially teenagers, language is very important that the way you use it because they pick up and they role model from there. One is language and one is your own behavior. If you are a person who gets angry very fast while teaching, they will also pick up the same. But if you keep the patience, you keep the calmness, you keep the coolness within you, and then you respond to situation rather than reactions, you will find better results. Okay, even in the sensitive topics, like your child comes out, opens the dress, suddenly when people are there around, or touches the genitals, which is not required. Okay, these are very, what do you say? As a caregiver, you do feel that I need to correct it right now. But hold on, keep your patience. Okay, go next to the child and talk in a supportive language and then direct them towards what you want to teach. Do not get into any correction mode and do not even scold them because they are not going to understand. Okay, this is a very important learning phase for all of us actually. This is a lifelong learning with our children. I mean, as they grow adults, also you will need to follow the same strategy because when they grow adults, right, they become more sensitive. I have seen adults, they cry a lot. There are situations where they don't understand things, okay, and it's like everybody's forcing them, there's pressurized, like there's pressure Okay, like academics, vocational, lot of things. And sometimes they're interested, sometimes they're not. So there's a lot of emotional outbursts for adults. So I am preparing y'all that you have to start looking your little children into growing adults and how they are going to be very soon. And when you start looking at that, you will also realize that the way you teach and the way you are with your children, it either has to improve or you are already into the phase of improvement, but you still have to work on it a little bit more. So it's two things. Okay, so my role, again, I come here, I bring awareness. I really wish that I could, connect to every child here one on one, face to face, because that's something that I really love doing. Okay, and when I go to like come to India and I live in Bangalore, I do have a couple of parents there, and I make sure that I meet all of them just because I want to see how their children are. So, that's how my connection is with every parent. So I always think, in maybe some time, so I should be able to meet you all also. I don't know when and where, but I just pray. Okay, so yeah. So whatever learnings you all have learned, okay, the key takeaways that you all have, kindly practice. When you practice, you will come up with more questions and you will also come up with more frustrations. Okay, that is what I want to see so that I can guide you more. Okay, so it's not enough for me to just come and, give a talk here and just say like, haha, everybody's doing good. It's that is not what I'm looking for. Your genuine effort will be appreciated. And today's genuine effort was done by Prasanna. That is why I appreciate all the tools that she created for her child. And she has shared it in the group, so all of you can see it, what she has done. And that is something that I'm looking for from each of the caregiver here. And this is for even the sibling. So sibling means I'm seeing Ruth. So Ruth, as a sibling, you can also stand there and be that supportive person, not in terms of emotional or, no, I'm not saying in terms of those matters, which I feel you might be doing, but try to think more in terms of future about Vargas. Think what vocational areas we can explore. Think about what are the supportive language you're using at home. So these are things you have to work upon. Don't think about one small goal. Think little bigger.
As
Yeah, definitely you have to break the goals into smaller steps. But also think that tomorrow he will grow up, he's going to be an adult. What are the other areas that I have to focus on? Think on those also.
Actually, I got in touch with a organization
Okay.
that's doing AI training for children with autism
Okay.
and from the ages of 15 to 35. So I thought Verghese for as a vocation because they're doing it as a vocational training. I
Okay.
thought this might be a area where Verghese would be interested in. So I signed him up for that. There's an
Okay.
aptitude test and all that needs to be done. But
Okay.
in terms of vocation, like I hope this might be something that he would be interested in.
Mm.
Because AI is a vast field, right? And it's
Mm.
upcoming also, so there's no fear that it might become irrelevant. So
Right.
in terms of vocation, I hope that would help him. But uh, no, please.
It should, Ruth, because if you know his strengths, that's why you have chosen that. I still don't know what are his strengths. But if you're very sure and you know what you're doing, then please do it. Without exploring, we don't know what it can be. So if you're exploring it, please go ahead. This is for all of y'all. You want to explore something new, do it. Okay, unless your child feels uncomfortable, they're rejecting it, they are just feeling uncomfortable, then you can think of alternative. But otherwise, I think our children should get all the opportunities and all the areas of exploration.
Ma'am, one more small doubt I had. If we have time, we can go ahead.
We don't have, but yeah, if it's a quick one, I can.
Yeah, it'll just take 2 minutes.
Mm.
So yesterday Verghese was being very loud in the room, and we sleep in the same room. Like we have different beds. His bed is right behind me.